back to Spring Into Math 8. I'm Mr. Burns, your teacher for today. Today's topic, guys, is integers with exponents. Let's dive right in. So you should know, first of all, that exponents have many rules that apply to them. In fact, there are 9 separate rules. And today we're going to check out just 3 of those rules. The first rule we're going to check out today is the product of powers property. Now, in word format, this is what it sounds like. To multiply powers with the same base, we need to add their exponents. Okay, so let's look at it in the algebraic sense with just variables, and then we'll take a look at an example with numbers. So here at the bottom of the screen, you can see that we have b raised to the s power times b raised to the r power, which is going to go ahead and equal b raised to the s plus r power. Okay, so now let's take a look at that number example I was talking about. We inserted, for the base, we have 5 for both of those as our base. And in the first one, we have 5 raised to the second power times 5 raised to the third power. Now we know that we need to add those 2 exponents together and keep our base. So 5 raised to the second power times 5 raised to the third power is going to go ahead and equal 5 raised to the fifth power. Let's check out that second rule we're going to talk about today. The power of power property. Now in word format, again, this means to find a power of a power, we need to multiply those exponents we have listed in the expression. So at the bottom of the screen, you can see the algebraic form in the way this looks. We have b raised to the s power inside a set of parentheses. On the outside of those parentheses, we have the extra exponent, in this case, r. And we need to multiply those 2 things together to get our final answer. So we have b raised to the s times r power. And now we're going to go ahead and check out a number example with actual numbers in it. So inside my set of parentheses, I have 5 raised to the second power. And when I close that parenthesis, I still have that extra exponent. In this case, it's 3. So the entire expression is being raised to the third power. Now we know from looking at our word format here in our algebraic example at the bottom of the screen, we need to multiply those 2 exponents together. So we get 2 times 3. That equals 6. So we're going to use 6 as our new exponent. We're going to keep that base of 5. So the answer to this particular expression is 5 raised to the 6th power. Okay, the last rule we're going to take a look at today for the powers of exponents is this one, the power of product property. What this means in words is to find the power of a product, to find the power of each factor, we multiply. Okay, so in algebraic sense, this looks something like this. Inside the parentheses, we have b times c. And when we close those parentheses, there's an exponent on the outside, and in this case, we're using s as our example. So we're going to use the distributive property to distribute that power, or the exponent, to both things inside the parentheses to get a final answer of b raised to the s power times c raised to the s power. So let's take a look with the numbers. So inside my parentheses, I have 5 times 2. And outside, the entire expression is being raised to the 5th power. Okay, so we have to use that distributive property to distribute the exponent from the outside to both things on the inside of our parentheses. So I come up with 5 raised to the 5th power times 2 raised to the 5th power. And you can leave your answer just like that. That's all they're looking for. Okay, before we wrap it up, we're going to take a look at 2 examples. At this time, you can go ahead and pause the screen and try them on your own, or you can stay with me and solve them right now. So right now we have 4 raised to the 5th power times 4 raised to the 4th power. We have the same base, and we need to add those exponents together. So when we add 5 and 4, we get 9. So we're going to keep that base of 4, and we're going to go ahead and make sure we write our new exponent we have of 5 plus 4 is 9. So the entire expression, the answer now is 4 raised to the 9th power. And we can go ahead and just leave it like that. That's all they're looking for. All right, last one before we go. Inside my parentheses, I have m raised to the 4th power. And when I close that, the entire expression is being raised to the 5th power. So for this rule, we need to make sure we're multiplying our exponents. Not adding, but we're multiplying this time. We're going to go ahead and keep the base of m. And we're going to multiply those exponents. 4 times 5 is 20. So I have an exponent of 20. So my answer is now m raised to the 20th power. That's it for today, guys. Good luck solving. See you next time.